Next morning arrived, and those present at Pancakes by the Bay were wondering where Mike and Lelena were. The only person there who knew where Mike and Lelena were was Penelope, the waitress, who was among the people who psychically transported them to the realm where Beetlejuice 2 takes place. A couple named Herbert and Blanche come into the restaurant and sit down at a table. Where's Mike and Lelena? They're always here at Tuesday mornings. Herbert? Yes, what is it, Blanche? I have a theory, Herbert. A theory? About what, Blanche? A theory about the murder. Is Penelope around? No, she won't hear us, Blanche. My theory is that Penelope committed the murder. Come on, Penelope the waitress. She's trying to solve the murders. I happen to know that she has psychic powers, and believe that perhaps she teleported Mike and Lelena to the realm where Beetlejuice 2 takes place. That's ridiculous. Why would she do that, Blanche? Because they suspect that she is the murderer. That seems very unlikely to me. Meanwhile, Mike and Lelena were wandering around the realm where Beetlejuice 2 takes place. How do we end up here, Lelena, in the realm where Beetlejuice 2 takes place? I don't know, but we need to find a way back. This is astonishing. I just saw something astounding happen. Astounding? What? For a moment, some kind of an image presented itself to me through what appeared to be a transom, connecting the realms where Beetlejuice 2 and Reality Bites 2 take place. That is astounding. What's even more astounding is that I think I saw for a moment Penelope the waitress peering into our realm. How and why would she be looking into our realm? I have a theory on that. Maybe it's because we suspect that she committed the murder. I remain skeptical. Penelope is trying to solve the murder. All of a sudden, Mike and Lelena saw another image flash before their eyes. It was a hideous beast covered in hair with sinister eyes, and they thought they heard him say, "We're coming to get you!" All of a sudden, Mike and Lelena were instantly teleported from the realm where Beetlejuice 2 takes place back to the realm where Reality Bites 2 takes place. And found themselves in Mike's condominium, sitting on the couch, looking out of the Golden Gate Bridge, standing proudly above the moonlit waters of the bay. How do we get back here? We'll find out. Would you like to practice some more dialogue? Sure. Mike and Lelena practice some more dialogue. Mike and Lelena get up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. Penelope takes order. What'll it be for you this morning? Hi, Penelope. You're looking somewhat mirthful this morning. I'm quite happy this morning. Can you guess why? Let me see. You were not giving me any indication of why you would be so extremely happy this morning. As a matter of fact, I've never seen anybody look as happy as you look this morning. What could possibly account for such profound happiness? I'm unclear about this myself, Penelope. You look so fucking happy. I mean, so fucking happy. I've never in my life seen another human being look so happy. I've seen many occasions in my life, such as weddings and garage sales, where people looked like they were extremely happy. But not as happy as you look. When I look into your eyes, I could see some kind of light of meaning and significance, as if all of the deep existential questions that you've been pondering for a lifetime have been answered by some higher power who has brought you into fields of uncompromising beauty adorned with colors you had never seen, emotions you have never felt. Tastes you have never tasted, and exquisite noises you have never heard, where you have found a heightened plateau to live upon. Wait a minute. Did you just say that people at garage sales like happy? Yes. I think that people at garage sales, both customers and proprietors, look extremely happy. Why would you be so happy at a garage sale? There's something about a garage sale that inspires happiness in people. It's a chance to engage in conversation with a new person and maybe to find some great bargain in an item that you cherish for some amazing. There are some amazing finds at garage sales. More often than not, it's just a bunch of garbage that people are trying to get rid of to make room for other possessions in their home. Sometimes, however, there are great finds. The thrill of the pursuit of unexpected garbage sale stuff brings on sensations of extreme happiness in people. Yeah, that makes sense. And I bet that when the person sells stuff to the other person, they feel reciprocal mirth from the transaction. Penelope, it is my belief that they do feel reciprocal mirth from the transaction. Yeah. No, getting back to my question, why are you so happy? I've been hired as a Hollywood screenwriter. Really? That's great. Yeah. They love the documentary that I filmed about solving the murder mystery that took place there outside of Pancakes by the Bay. That's awesome. What's it going to be for you this morning? Give me the Bayside griddle cakes. I mean the Bayside pancakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. And for you, Leilana, give me the Bayside crepes and a mountain morning coffee. Coming right up. Look out the window, Elena. They both look out the window and see the same van that they saw the dead body being thrown into. They were dressed in black. They stared at them ominously and drove off. Do you want to go back to my condominium? Sure. They finished breakfast and went back to Mike's condominium. They sat on the couch in his living room to talk. You saw the van too? How could I miss it? It was there for what seemed like a split second, then drove off. Nobody else seemed to see it. It did look like the same van that the dead body was thrown into. Yeah, I don't think it was an illusion. How could we both see the same illusion? Now I don't think we have much reason to believe that Penelope is the murderer. All of a sudden, Mike and Elena can see Penelope through a transom in another realm in Mike's condominium. A kind of door of perception has been opened. I heard what you said about me. I'm not the murderer. Mine is a white magic, not a black magic. I practice the art of Wicca for the good of humanity. The transom then closed. Wow, that's something. Let's practice some more dialogue. Sure, Michael and I want to practice more dialogue. Michael and Lelena. It's Lelena, not Lelana. Leilana. It's Lelena. Okay. Got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. Penelope took the order. Good morning, Mike and Lelena. Good morning, Penelope. It is a beautiful morning, isn't it? Yes, it is. What a great time of the year to be in San Francisco. Early June. It feels good to be alive. It feels so good to be alive. Um, we're hungry, Penelope. Yes, Lelena. What's it going to be for you this morning? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. Sure. What's it going to be for you, Mike? Give me the paradise pancakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. I'll have them for you people. Michael and Elena are sitting in their favorite booth in front of the window, by the front window, having a deep conversation when all of a sudden they hear a sound. When all of a sudden they hear the sound of the squeeze song tempted from a car in the street, and then the sound of a car crash. They look out the window and see a very puzzling sight. It appears to be the crash that took place in the original Reality Bites at the beginning of the movie when Lelena threw a lit cigarette in a Michael's car and then crashed into it. It appears to be exactly that scene unfolding, but somehow spliced into Reality Bites 2 in the street in front of the Pancakes by the Bay in San Francisco. The same chain of events takes place in a new context. Michael, Lelena, and Vicky get out of their cars and go to Pancakes by the Bay to sort through the situation. Upon entering, Lelena looks right at her character, Lelena from Reality Bites, with a bewildered look at her face. Lelena from Reality Bites looks back at her. Lelena, Vicky, and Michael grab a table. I'm so sorry for these unfortunate circumstances. What's your name? It's Michael Grates. I'm so sorry. That's a nice fucking car. It's too bad it's just a lump of mangled steel now after I got to it. What a beautiful car that was before I destroyed it. How can I make it up to you? Let me see. I don't know. You're such a nice person and so darn cute. Why don't you just buy me some pancakes and coffee and maybe give me a bus pass that covers the Houston area? Thanks for being so forgiving, Michael. That's a display of unbelievable character. I turned your beautiful car into a lump of mangled steel, forcing you to take a miserable 2 hour bus ride to work every day with God only knows what kind of schizophrenic people you might be on the bus with, and you accept my apology to you served up with pancakes? Don't be completely mistaken. I am fuming inside, but pancakes and your beautiful face somehow improves my mood. Can I also get a date on this? No. No. You destroyed my car. And you're giving me a bus pass? And I can't even get a lousy date on it. No thanks. All of a sudden, Penelope comes out to the table. Excuse me, I could not. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I just want to let you know that you are not in Houston, Texas. You are in San Francisco, California. What? All of a sudden, Lelena from Reality Bites 2 approaches them. It's true. I saw the accident happen. That's a scene from Reality Bites that was somehow spliced into Reality Bites 2, set here in San Francisco. Are you serious? That's far out. We need to figure out how to get back into Reality Bites. In the meantime, would you and Michael like to come over to Mike and come with Mike and I to watch to Mike's condominium to Mike's condominium to watch performers of William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. They went back to Mike's condominium to watch Mike and Lelena perform some William Shakespeare dialogue. Sitting on a couch in Mike's condominium, talking. So, we have to figure out how to get back to Reality Bites. Yeah, we need to get them back there. So, a scene from Reality Bites has been spliced and placed into Reality Bites 2. I guess we need to figure out how to get it spliced from Reality Bites 2 back into Reality Bites. Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Lelena from Reality. While you're here, Lelena, would you like to know what some of the projects that you are going to be involved in the future? Sure. In Texas, you're going to be hired as a documentarian to film a documentary about the American buffalo. The American buffalo? What about the American buffalo? The spiritual connection that the American buffalo has to the people of Texas. The American buffalo is a symbol of American ingenuity, freedom, free spiritedness, independence, determination, liberation, pleasures of the soul, and abundance. In your documentary about the American buffalo, you study the history of the American buffalo and its relationship to indigenous people and gain insight into its soul life. That's awesome. What else? He'll be hired as a writer for Coffee Lovers Monthly in San Francisco. That's great. I love coffee. I can write about how it excites my mind, body, and soul in a way that transcends my soul to a place of eternal pleasure. Do you want to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure, they practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Um, okay, now I'm just trying to find where in this notebook continues. Let's see. Oh, um, oh, what? Okay, so I'm flipping through this notebook trying to trying to figure out where this my script continues. Okay, damn it. Okay. Mike LaLena and LaLena from Reality Bites 2 got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got a table by the window. This is a nice restaurant. Pancakes by the Bay. I like the name. You're going to love the food. Here comes Penelope, the waitress. Hi, it's nice to see you people this morning. How can I help you? I've obviously never eaten here before. What would you recommend? The pancakes are delicious. But you can only taste the transcendent deliciousness of the pancakes if you are in love. Love is a key ingredient that flavors the pancakes. The mere culinary pleasure that you derive from eating the pancakes is heightened by the feeling of walking along a path in life illuminated by profound love. I'm not in love. Does that mean that they're going to taste like ordinary pancakes to me? I'm in love with you, Lelena. Look into my eyes, feel my soul. The union of my soul with yours, we can transcend. We can walk along that path of immortal love into the gates of dawn and fields of never seen beauty and abundance. Okay, I'm looking into your eyes. Now taste the pancakes. Lelena takes a bite of the pancakes. They do taste better that way. They finished breakfast, and walked out of the restaurant into what they thought was going to be a San Francisco morning and turned out to be a Houston morning. Wow, this is the apartment complex where the characters from Reality Bites lived. Have we been spliced from Reality Bites 2 into Reality Bites? It sure looks like it. Yeah, this is the building for Reality Bites. We have to go inside and see the place. Sure. They went inside of the building, into the apartment building to discuss the situation. When they got into the building, they found a strange looking man in the vestibule. His name was Hugh Henderson. Excuse me, people. Are you here to see Troy Dyer? Yeah, how did you know? Well, you have that look about you. You have that mischievous look about you that is a defining characteristic of Troy's friends. We're not mischievous. Oh, I know you're up to something. We are most certainly not up to something. We're just here to visit our friend Troy. Then you can't. You can't visit Troy unless you are up to something. Why can't we visit Troy unless we're up to something? We're not up to something. If we were up to something, we would tell you. Why would you tell me if you were up to something? That would give it away. If you were up to something, I'm sure you wouldn't tell me because then I could snitch on you. Maybe we would tell you if you were up to something, if we wanted you to join us as an accomplice. But I assure you, we are not up to something. That being said, why are we not permitted to enter the building and visit Troy unless we're up to something? Because he's up to something. Unless you are in on the something that he's up to, you are not in cahoots with him and shall not be permitted to enter the building. Okay, we were just kidding. We're up to something. What are you up to? We're not supposed to tell you. It's between us and Troy. That's the right answer. Do you know what we're up to? No, I just know that you're up to something. That's part of the screening process that a person has to go through to be admitted to the building. You have to prove to me that you are up to something and you're in cahoots with Troy. I can tell that you were I can tell that you are up to something by the look in your eyes. Now for the other part of the screening process. Do you remember when Troy said that there was an IQ prerequisite to talk to him? Yeah. Well, there really is. You have to score in the genius range of IQs to talk to him. You have to have a genius level IQ just to talk to this asshole? Why would he even talk to people with average IQs? He won't even talk to people with average IQs? No, he won't. Why won't he? Because those are his rules. Those are his rules. Who has rules? He does. He has rules. And those are his rules. Lillian and I are both smart. But I don't see why we should have to prove it. Those are his rules. You have to prove it. How do we prove it? I have an appointment set up for you, Lilana, to be tested at a testing center in Austin, Texas. How's Saturday morning? Okay, I think it's ridiculous, but we'll go. Bring me back proof of your genius level IQs, and you shall be admitted to the building. Okay. Lilana, would you like to practice more William Shakespeare dialect tonight? Sure. Mike and Lilana found a park in Houston, Texas on that beautiful night where they could practice some more dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Or Austin, Texas, whatever. Okay. Mike and Lilana thoroughly enjoyed their performances of William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike looks into Lilana's eyes, and then up at the full moon on a June evening, whose warm breeze blanketed their bodies and enlivened their souls. The evenings are nice here in Houston, aren't they? They are, but I miss so much about San Francisco. I miss the Golden Gate Bridge and Pancakes by the Bay. Quite frankly, so do I. I miss the delicious pancakes at Pancakes by the Bay, along with the coffee. I miss the murder mystery that we were trying to solve there. So do I. What do you really think? Do you think Penelope did it? Lilana? Believe it or not, I think it's possible. I find it to be quite exhilarating trying to solve it. When I really think about it, I also think it's possible, but then I think, is that polite and charming waitress capable of murder? I agree, she doesn't seem to be. I really want to get spliced back into Reality Bites 2, based in San Francisco, so we could try to solve the murder case and enjoy Pancakes by the Bay again. So do I. I just thought of something. Do you think it's possible that Penelope spliced us from Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco to Reality Bites in Houston because she knows we suspect that she is the murderer? Can she really do that? I hope not. I really want to get back into Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco. So do I. Houston is a nice place, but gotta get back to San Francisco. There's no place like San Francisco. Look, did you see that? See what? Look over there. By the tree over there? I think I saw something. For a fleeting moment, I thought I saw a glimpse of Pancakes by the Bay through a transom. I thought I saw Ethan Hawke on stage performing a theatrical version of Reality Bites there with some actress. I wonder if there's some new splicing taking place. Maybe. You want to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. They practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt. Okay. Macbeth. Act 2, Scene 1, Rome. Enter Brutus in his orchard. What, Lucius? I cannot by the progress of the stars give guess how near today. Lucius, I say, I wonder where my fault to sleep so soundly when Lucius went awake, I say. What, Lucius? He must be back. I'm just going to go to Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet's orchard. And Romeo. Each has the scars that never felt the wound. Enter Juliet above the window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? Is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art more fair than she. Be not her maid, so she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love, although she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven, having some business there, do entreat her eyes till they twinkle in their spheres. Till they return. What if her eyes were there? They had the brightness of her cheek. Would shame those stars as daylight doth the lamp. But through the airy region seems so bright as that birds would sing and think we're not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that it were a glove upon that hand, that it might touch that cheek. She speaks, so speak again, brighter angel, for thou art as glorious as the night. Okay, I'm going to go right to the end of the play now. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thee hence from her dead figure a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence be gone, but if thou jealous dost return to pry what I farther shalt intend to do. By heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable, far than empty tigers of the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye. So shalt thou, shall we, Frederick, take thou that, live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. This letter doth make good the friar's words, the course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate? That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can believe her. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure of such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo's by his lady's lie, poor sacrifice of her enmity. Have you ever heard Evil by Melanie Martinez yet? Not going to listen to that tonight. Is it like a rock song, a pop song? I never heard of her, and I never heard of the song. But I'll learn it. I'll cover that song if you want. If you want to hear it, maybe next week. It's by Melanie Martinez. Okay, I'll check it out. It's a good song, huh? Okay. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story more woe than this of Juliet and a Romeo. Oh, really? So I got to hear that. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. Okay.